All right, music fans, welcome back. Harmless Dave here on the Harmless Dave channel, talking about real music and doing it in real time for a few real people out here, just like you and just like me, as I continue to document the end of the classic rock era as it transitions into something else. I'll be talking about Foreigner and some interesting developments with Foreigner. Before I talk about Foreigner, here is an album you should check out. Okay, got this in the mail. Someone sent me an email, said, "Hey, do you want to go listen to this?" And I said, "Sure, send it to me." And the artist is called Heron, Herin. The album Hiding in Plain Sight. If you want a good review of this, there's a channel on YouTube called Sea of Tranquility. Uh, these are guys who really love music and are much smarter than yours truly. I mean, like infinitely smarter than me. Their reviews are typically spot on, lots of detail. What does this sound like? I'll give you a brief summary. It is prog and it is classic rock sounding. And there are many special guest musicians on this. So do some Googling, and I think you're going to enjoy this album by the artist Heron. And the album, again, Hiding in Plain Sight, came out about 6 months ago. So, a little late to the party, but they sent it to me, and I just want to thank them for sending it. And I figured I would share it. I've got a couple more things I have to listen to, and then maybe share those with you as well. So, sharing information now about the band Foreigner. So, yesterday, I got this notification that they had dropped a new version of the song Urgent with Luis Maldonado on lead vocals. Now, there's some weird stuff. People have been upset with me because I said, hey, it looks as though Kelly Hansen might be out. He's having issues traveling. Maybe that's a temporary thing. The band was a little bit secretive about it. So, again, they're going to South America, and Luis Maldonado is going to be their lead singer. And down there. And then when they go north of the border in Canada, again, because apparently Kelly Hansen can't travel to certain countries, they're going to have Geordie Brown singing up there. And he was part of the Jukebox Hero stage musical, which apparently was a big success up there. So, Foreigner, here's what I'm starting to understand here. Foreigner is becoming kind of like a collective. And I think you're going to see this more and more where bands kind of evolve out of their former selves and something new takes shape. And it's a bunch of people who are going to carry on the tradition of what got started by Mick Jones and whoever else was in the band at the beginning, Lou Gramm. Now there's news about Lou Gramm. So apparently, Lou Gramm went into the studio and finished a song from the Foreigner 4 era. So, a lot of stuff happening with Foreigner. And I didn't think at this stage that they would be using Lou Gramm as a singer on studio versions of songs. But apparently, they finished a song that will come out on a new version of Foreigner 4. I don't know how many versions of Foreigner 4 are out there now. Um, Apparently, he started recording the song back when the album came out. It's called Fool If You Love Him. And according to Jeff Pilson, who appears to be like the new musical director of Foreigner, which isn't surprising, um, he says the song came out great. And so that's going to have Lou Gramm on lead vocals. So it's kind of all over the place. They've got the new version of Urgent with Luis, who, by the way, is singing in Spanish for most of that song, the new version. And the music itself sounds almost identical to the old version. I don't know if they just took the track and had him dub the vocals onto it, or they just did a really good um, redo. Although the sax solo seemed a bit different, seemed a little off to me. I mean, some may like it better, but the original solo was done by the great Junior Walker. So kind of hard to duplicate what he did on the original song. Anyway, a lot of stuff going on with Foreigner, and it appears that they are more of just this collective that's going to run around and do whatever with different people. And as far as Kelly Hansen, I wish him well. I mean, I guess he can't travel out of the country, which is weird. I know I got some messages. People were sending me not jokes, but things about ICE, like maybe they're trying to round up Kelly Hansen. I don't think that's the case. All right. Um, he's not. I don't think he's wanted for anything. Although you just don't know what's going on behind the scenes. But maybe after this year, things will return to normal. Remember, folks, Kelly Hansen said that he didn't think he could sing these songs for much longer. And, you know, because Lou Gramm originally wrote and started to record this new song, it was probably a smart idea to let him finish the song. It'll be interesting to hear what they got done in the studio with Lou. I'm thinking they can probably do a pretty good job um, with Lou Gramm at this stage of his career, him going into the studio and recording this song. We'll find out, right? And I'll be honest, when I hear it, it'll probably come out pretty good. That's my guess. I mean, Lou has enough in the tank probably to get in the studio and do something. Now, in a live setting, that's very different. And anybody who's going to be honest about this is certainly going to wonder, you know, hey, he's not your main singer on stage, and now you've got Luis. I believe Luis Maldonado is more of the, you know, the future of Foreigner. I mean, his vocals on Urgent are really good. Even the Spanish vocals, which I really couldn't understand because I don't speak Spanish, but he did. Um, they're pretty good. And I know you're going to have people saying, okay, I mean, who's going to be this singer? This is kind of ridiculous. It is. It's all ridiculous. But this collective band mentality, which Foreigner is a brand more than a band now. And going forward, it's going to be about how do we present this to the audience? And there are many of us that aren't going to be here forever who are still complaining, hey, this isn't the original band. And I think we've got to let those complaints go at this stage. I mean, these guys aren't going to live forever. Many of them didn't take care of themselves, and especially when it comes to singing. And so this is what you've got left. Do you want to go hear Foreigner in their latest incarnation, depending on where they play? If you want to go see the Geordie Brown version, do you want to go up to Canada? And it's more theatrical. It's like you have Freddie Mercury as your singer. Do you want to hear Luis, who is obviously got some South American thing going on, and he's going to be down there and presenting the band to that audience, and they're probably going to love it because they'll relate to Luis more. Or for the old school fans, you've got Lou Gramm with a brand new song and also making appearances with the band. So if you're a Foreigner fan, at least you've got stuff to pay attention to. And that's pretty smart. That's Jeff Pilson and probably to some degree Mick Jones behind the scene doing what he's always done, and that's just directing the future of the band. One final thing about Lou Gramm and Mick Jones. Apparently, Lou says that he buried the hatchet with Mick and something changed at the Hall of Fame induction, and that's all good news because prior to that, it was always, hey, Mick Jones didn't give me enough money for, you know, I Want to Know What Love Is. Yeah, it's a monster hit. I mean, you can buy a lot of classic cars with the royalties from that song. The song, much like, you know, Don't Stop Believin' or some of these other songs where That's all you hear on the radio. It's painful. There are so many other good songs by Foreigner and Journey and REO Speedwagon and Survivor and all these bands that they're just narrowing those playlists down. Hence, make your own playlist. That's what people keep telling me. And I do. I have a playlist. But it's not the same as radio. Radio in the good old days, that was the way it was. The DJs were great. They would introduce songs. They would back sell. They would front sell. Some of us wish we could sell in the middle of the song. That's how much we were into the music. But now it's a digital world, and I'm an analog man, as you can tell. All right, so before I go, one more plug for this band, Heron, this artist known as Heron, Hiding in Plain Sight. Go check this out. Again, check out Sea of Tranquility. They do a really good review on it. They're really smart people, whereas I'm just kind of a goofball. So, again, thanks for watching. God bless everyone, including the Department of Government Efficiency. I love what they're doing, and we'll see you soon.